I've done my skincare and I brought some makeup from my bedroom. So I thought let's do a quick get ready with me, and I'm also gonna address some of your questions about my PhD plans, my studies, some things that I've been thinking about lately, I guess. But first of all, welcome back to my channel and this week's vlog. I got this one as a gift at an event. Honestly, it's life-changing. It's the CC Red Correct, and it's basically this primer that also suits your complexion. And I had some red dots here. When I get my makeup off, the lights in the bathroom have to be off, otherwise I pick at my skin. But this one is amazing. So we're back with an English vlog, and I have been reading your comments, and I know the Italian vlogs are very appreciated, and I don't mind at all speaking in Italian. It's more an editing issue right now because I do all of the editing myself. I kind of like to keep it that way because, well, first, I'm a bit picky, so it is kind of a tedious process to get somebody like looped in on how I want things. And for now, I've had limited time when it comes to editing overall, so I haven't had really time to like take somebody on board to do a more like rough cut of the clips, because essentially that is what takes the longest time. And when it comes to subtitles, even though some of the translation is automatic, the translations rarely turn out correct, so I have to like go through them manually, and it takes a lot longer than you might think. So yeah, I hope that I'll be able to incorporate Italian maybe here and there a bit more naturally as well in my English speaking vlogs as well, so you get some of the hearing and training regardless. I also got a lot of questions on what you can do with a education like mine, like after graduating. And I think the three main categories are either to stay within academia, go the public route, or the private one. You can be working at museums or cultural heritage sites. I could also be working at institutions or for, basically the cultural heritage part of a state. So that can be within archaeology, within art history, within the humanities. You can also go the more private route and work maybe perhaps more towards curating. You can do that in the public sector as well. But for example, working at an art gallery or at an auction house, if you want to do more of like the selling with art. For me personally, what I want to do, the truth is I actually don't know, and I think that's okay. I don't think you always have to know exactly what to do or what your next 5-year plan is or where you want to end up. I think it's also very refreshing sometimes to just live and enjoy the unknown. I don't think necessarily that like finding your purpose is a linear process, but I think it's something that you kind of figure out as you go. Sometimes you have to live in the unknown and listening more to your gut feeling in the sense of like what feels good for me right now. I have already had jobs, for example, where I felt like a certain role or a certain position was the kind of end goal. And once I started to unravel that a bit, I realized that that wasn't really fruitful. So my goal, I would say, is doing something that I find fun and that I enjoy and that I wake up every day and I feel passionate about doing. I am terribly afraid of being boxed up in an office and feeling that I'm not doing something that feels purposeful in a sense. So I think that's what I want to do. I want to work with something that feels aligned with my purpose. And I also feel like this was something that I kind of started to realize when I was around 25 maybe, that I start to feel my goal is to find what's meant for me. And I think that comes with a lot of trial and error, but I also think it's a very individual process. So essentially what gets you to the realization or gives you clarity can be very individual. It can be moving somewhere else, trying a new job or a new hobby, or meeting somebody that gives you a lot of insight, or leaving somebody that has been blocking your clarity. I feel like aligned right now with what I want to do, or at least what I want to explore doing, because obviously you can change your mind how many times you want, and I think that's the great thing in life, that nothing is forever and nothing is static. Or I mean, that's the downside in some instances as well, but the positive is really that you can change continuously. PhD for me is very interesting, but on the other side, I do really enjoy living here. I'm so used to now the weather, and I don't know, I really enjoy living in Rome. So a lot of the PhD programs I have been looking at are not based in Italy because I did one semester at an Italian university and I've seen what I needed to see.
Immediately no.
I'm not gonna do that because doing a PhD, it's still like an investment. It's a really long time. It's usually 3 to 4 years. It can be longer. I want it to be something that at least gonna be give back the time that I invested. I'm just gonna do a little wing of camera because I'm not able to do it here. I hope that maybe answers some of your questions. And I have a question for you now, and this is something that I think about a lot. If you could go back to any time during history, when would you go back to? I'm obviously on the fence. If I should go back to the Roman times, I think I would get a lot of answers, but I'm also very tempted to go back to when they built the Giza pyramids, because I mean, just seeing that and getting like first-hand confirmation of how they actually did it, I think that would just put a lot of my curiosity finally at rest. Also, I think like the Egyptian time and the kingdoms were so interesting. I think there's so many aspects, not only from an architectural standpoint, but like when it comes to spirituality and philosophy and everyday life and how they structure their society. I think the Egyptian time is so interesting. I mean, obviously it's so long, but I think if I didn't focus on Roman art, I think for sure Egyptology, like that's something I could have studied for sure. I found a really old lipstick from MAC in the color Verve. I don't think they do it anymore. I'm gonna try it on my lips because it has this kind of like mauve color or like plum color that it's a bit similar to the Black Honey, which I'm out of right now. So I'm gonna see how this, if we can get similar to it. Like you see the color, this is probably from 8th or 9th grade, so that's like 2012. We're gonna put it on, but I kind of like that. I think it goes well with the rest of the makeup. Was that too much? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go fix my bangs and I'll be right back. Okay, I had to spontaneously cut my bangs again. I swear I blink and they grow back out. I think I cut them 2 days ago. I'm not even joking. So now I'll cut them even shorter, which I don't mind. I kind of like when you see the eyebrows. And now I just blow dry them, but they usually like flatten a lot during the day because Lord knows I do not have a single frizz of stability in my hair. So I'll see you guys later. I mentioned in the previous vlog that I had the opportunity to go inside the Colosseum, so I wanted to show you guys what it actually looked like. And while I feel like the Colosseum is like obviously a major thing because it's the biggest Roman amphitheater in the world that we know of, but I didn't like, there was a lot of new facts that I learned. For example, that, well, I kind of knew that a lot of people actually didn't die there, that it was more for entertainment, but the tour guide also showed these different outfits of the gladiators and also indicated which one of them was the most popular. And it was apparently so popular that even a lot of the emperors dressed up as the gladiators and held matches, and of course they were never hurt. It was more of, I don't know, being on display, I guess. But I really enjoy this park. Like, archaeological area is stunning, and I think if you go to Rome, this is truly a must because you don't get a view that is this good anywhere else. And obviously if you visit Rome, it just has to be done, you know. It's honestly unbelievable how much of it that is still left, and I think this is my favorite part of the entire area. And it's this Roman bust just standing there, and it's just very, like, I don't know, it really gives you perspective of how monumental it truly was. And I feel like this day was truly packed with art and history and all of it, because after the tour I met up with my friend Beatrice and we went to this exhibition on Impressionism and Post-Impressionism that was held underneath the Arapachis, and I really enjoy that type of aesthetic. I think the colors are beautiful. We went for aperitivo, and then 2 days later, so on the Sunday, I woke up super early and I went to Porta Portese, but I actually didn't find anything, so I just ended up going to the local market and picked up some vegetables and fruit instead. So yeah, that was basically my weekend recap, I guess. Okay. Bye.
Ovo sodo.
Ovo sodo?
Sì,
Ok.
quello
Ovo sodo?
film italiano, diciamo che uno dei più belli, ha vinto anche l'Oscar, è La grande bellezza
Ok.
di Paolo Sorrentino. Paolo Sorrentino mi piace anche molto Le conseguenze dell'amore, grande film. I classici potrei mettere 8 e mezzo, I ladri di biciclette, e se no anche Il sorpasso. Se no recenti puoi mettere anche La chimera, grande film.
Vabbè, basta. Oh, I swear every time I go to the city center, I'm like, why am I not here more? I mean, I go quite a lot, but I think I should go more. And I think I will, even though I live pretty close, like definitely walking distance, with a bus, it's like 10 minutes. But I think once I'm getting a scooter, which I'm looking at now, because yes, I've been convinced, I think I'm gonna be going a lot more. But essentially what I did was I met up Luisa and we went to Palazzo Altemps once again. I was here, I think, when I started vlogging, and it's truly an incredibly understated museum. It's really empty most of the times, at least now that it's not that high of a season. The collection of Roman sculptures is absolutely unbelievable, and the setting overall of the museum is so beautiful with many different rooms. It's actually very big. I forgot how big it is, and the rooms are beautifully decorated with different frescoes from different times, and it's just a really nice place, and it's unbelievable how many more things you notice every time you go, so I'm definitely gonna try to go back. And afterwards we had lunch in the sun, and it was just overall a really nice day. So I came home quite recently and I was gonna make some food because I have been reorganizing the kitchen. Cabinet is now organized to perfection and now I'm hungry. But I forgot that I had the mask on. I have been influenced with getting a red light therapy mask, okay? I have pretty dry skin. I have also had like eczema in some periods of my life. So I do believe the red light is the one that's most suitable for my skin. But they also comes with like this one, which, hello, why does it give the euphoria trend? I kind of like the color of this one, but yeah, I've only tried it out for a few days. I'm kind of excited to see the results of this. If you have tried one of these masks, let me know what you think. And yeah, I'm kind of excited. It's from a Swedish brand called Foreo, so you know, Swedish brand we represent here. But yeah, I'm gonna keep you guys posted if I see any positive results in like the upcoming months, I guess. You know, I think the skin takes a lot longer to improve than we might think. Okay guys, I finally made it out of the house. This is just one of the days where I have a lot of things to do, but I feel very distracted. But it's a sunny day, which I'm very happy about because it's been raining 2 days straight, which on the other side is great for productivity. I'm gonna walk out. I have some errands to do. I'm gonna go for a coffee. I was like, what do I have in my pocket? But then I remembered that I have 2 clementines. And the reason why I have 2 ones is because every time you bring 1 clementine, you always want a second one. So nowadays when I eat one, I always bring or eat a second one, because after one, you're never satisfied. Like, you just want another one. So, but yeah, I have them in my pocket. And the reason why I haven't really been showing that many of my outfits recently is because honestly I feel like my personal style isn't really personal styling right now, okay? I tried to switch up the jacket because it's a bit warmer, so I like put on a few more layers, but I don't know, I don't feel super inspired when it comes to outfits right now. I am wearing these beautiful earrings though that I got when I was in Japan. I think I mentioned it before. It's this Japanese heirloom brand called Bivako. They have beautiful, beautiful jewelry. You know, every time I wear a shirt and like a pullover, I don't know, I feel like it's giving the Sorting Hat in Harry Potter. Like I just feel very